Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is July 20th, 2021, the 201st day of the year. And what a bunch of 201 rituals we have going from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady being at the White House. Remember, Tom Brady threw for 201 passing yards in the Super Bowl, to Jeff Bezos being in space, supposedly. And again, today's the anniversary of the moon landing. Remember, Neil Alden Armstrong, supposedly the first man to walk on the moon. His name in Gematria, Neil Alden Armstrong, equals 201, like the Jesuit order, like Ignatius Loyola, like Jorge Mario Bergoglio, that big number with the Jesuits in their history. And again, we've been making this the point. The Jesuits control everything from the White House to the football field to what's in the news. And their rituals are just clear as day. If you haven't read my latest book, I expose what a Jesuit pawn, that is exactly what he is, a Jesuit pawn Jeff Bezos is, as is Joe Biden. And remember, Joe Biden, right after he became senator-elect, his wife and daughter died in a car crash in a major 201 ritual. A few years back, his son, Beau Biden, died at age 46, 201 days from the Pope's birthday, the first ever Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, the first ever to live in Suite 201 at the Vatican, known as the Domus Sanctae Martyr, which equals 201 in Gematria. And again, his birth name, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, was 201. So again, just the 201 show, the tribute to space. It's 52 years later. Space travel has that Gematria 52. On the 52-year anniversary, Jeff Bezos demonstrating the future space travel for the rich elite. Right after Richard Branson's major Jesuit space ritual. I mean, again, you guys, it just couldn't be any more obvious what's going on. And it's not just that Brady had 201 passing yards and he picked up his 201st career win over a Missouri football team, just like he beat Missouri in the Super Bowl again this last year. And Missouri has one of the nation's 27 Jesuit universities. It's not just that it's the 201st day of the year, it's that it's also 163 days after the Super Bowl. That was a big part of the reason we had the Bucs beating the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And by the way, if you're new here, we had Bucs beating the Chiefs in the Super Bowl before the season began. But the Chiefs ended up falling to 16-3 in the Super Bowl. And in Gematria, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. equals 163. And if you're new here, Gematria, very simple. There's calculators online. If you go to GematriaEffect.news, there's a calculator tab at the top. There's something called the four-base ciphers, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. You need to know all these ciphers to see through the rituals. And Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. equals 163 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse and use the rules of numerology. And again, the Chiefs fell to 16-3. 163 is the 38th prime. The Super Bowl was on the 38th day of the year. Florida's 38. And notice how when you use the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, Tom Brady's full name's 116, just like Tampa, Florida has the 116 in it. Tampa, Florida's got the 116. Last year they were in the 116th World Series. The Rays, the Lightning won the Stanley Cup by the numbers. Brady wins the Super Bowl. This year the Lightning win it again. The Lightning get their 52nd win of the season the same day the Hurricane passes over when Hurricane's 52, and there's always these rituals with sports and just rituals, period, with Hurricanes in 52. But again, you guys, I mean, just the same patterns over and over in the mockery. And, about the NBA Finals tonight with the Bucs playing in the finals. Marquette, one of the nation's 27 Jesuit universities in Milwaukee, the 201st day of the year. I thought before these finals began that it was all about the 35, and they paid tribute to the 35 in a big way, because if the Suns win the finals, it's the 35th win for the West, and Monty Williams can be the 35th coach to win the NBA Finals, and Game 7's on a Thursday, the 35 date. And just like how the Suns got their last win on a Thursday, picking up their 35th win at home of the season. And the Suns still could come back and win in Game 7. I thought before the series began it would go to Game 7, 201 days after Paul Westfall's birthday. I said there's a chance it ends on Game 6 on the 201st day of the year. I meant to say 201 days after the death of Paul Westfall, the longtime Phoenix Sun who died right at the start of this season. But I'm a little bit worried about the Bucs tonight now that the Bucs are being recognized for the Super Bowl because what's funny is before the finals again, I said the only thing I could see for the Bucs if they're going to upset this Suns 35 narrative is just getting to 62 wins on the year, because that's such a big number with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers if somehow the Bucs in the NBA is a tribute to Tom Brady and the Bucs in the NFL. Because again, just the beauty of this knowledge. In the most pure cipher, the alphabetic order with the rules numerology, Tampa Bay Buccaneers is 62. But if you just write out Buccaneers alone, when you run the alphabetic order in reverse with the rules numerology, it's also 62. So you have it so in the NBA, the Bucs could get their 62nd win tonight on the day the Bucs are being, commemorated at the White House under Jesuit Joe Biden. And I imagine in the media, if you look at the thumbnail for this video, I imagine that there's going to be some talk in the media about, is it right that at the center of the Bucs team photo with a mostly black team, you have three white guys, Biden, Brady, and Bruce Arians? Because doesn't it kind of look funny how the photo's like that? It's like all black guys around three white guys in the middle. It's like, what's that about? And again, we know what it's all about. All the race baiting, all the rigged system. But yeah, 201st day of the year, Neil Alden Armstrong equals 201 when you just use the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26. 201st day of the year is the moon landing. 201, the number of the Jesuits. And remember how this really all comes together. When you write out heliocentrism, it's 201. When you just run the alphabetic order in reverse, that became the model in the 16th century. At the same time, we went to the calendar we're now on, the Gregorian calendar, named after the Pope from the Catholic Church. And at the same time, English was standardized as the 26-letter alphabet, a language that is also credited to a Catholic monk. And again, it's just like we've been given a way to understand the world. This is what the time is. This is what year it is. This is how we tell time. This is how we speak. And it's like it's all part of a system that's been built around us that is very ritualistic, and it's used every day almost in a way to seemingly mock us. And just a lot of people thought it was dumb that I was pointing out that Brady had 201 passing yards in the Super Bowl, and I was saying, no, it's not a coincidence, you guys. They're doing 201 tributes everywhere in sports. I mean, we killed horse racing this year with the 201s, and we did it last year too, and it's just like, it's the same damn number patterns again and again, you guys. So what are the odds that the Bucs would be at the White House on the 201st day of the year? And again, 163 days after the Super Bowl, and that was one of the primary numbers we talked about in the ritual of the game. And you know what else is wild about the Suns? The Suns come in tonight all time in the playoffs with 55 road wins. The Tampa Bay Rays on the day that Tampa Bay is being celebrated for the Super Bowl. Look at this. Here, I'll just go to the MLB page real quick. The Rays, the Tampa Bay team, they're on 55 wins right now. We thought Baltimore might upset Tampa last night. They did. But because they upset them, they kept them on 55. So the Rays are on 55 wins the day that the Tampa Bucs are being celebrated for Super Bowl 55, right? Tampa Bay Rays, Tampa Bay Lightning, Tampa Bay Bucs. Don't forget Lightning. And again, that's why you got to know the ciphers forwards and backwards. Lightning has the Gematria 55, right? 55. Brady goes to the Super Bowl in 55, the year Lightning win it. And when you run it in reverse, Lightning's 44. And remember, the Lightning won the Stanley Cup exactly 44 days after the lightning strikes in the Bay Area burned up the area where Tom Brady's from. And then this year, Brady's going to be 44, and the Lightning win it again. So, and then just the fact that the Bucs have a closeout possibility on the 201st day of the year, the day the Bucs are at the White House. It's just, and again, Marquette is in Milwaukee, one of the Jesuit universities. It's just, it's sick how they do it, you guys. It's sick. And by the way, the other thing that was in the headlines yesterday that I thought about making a video about, but I've already covered a million things like this and no one seems to care. The first guy to get the case of this Capitol rioter, insurrectionist, involves the first convicted felony. And the guy's 38 years old, right? He's from Florida. Florida's 38. DC's on the 38th parallel north. But then his name, Paul Hodgkins. The exact same gematria as Washington, D.C. in every cipher. It's like, come on, man. Plus, not to mention 61 is in his name. And remember, the Civil War happened in 1861, and the insurrection was on 6/1, and it was 201 days after the only Confederate statue in D.C. fell. And again, 201 the Jesuits, you guys. Confederate equals 201. Lincoln wrote the letter that there never would have been a civil war without the sinister influence of the Jesuits, as he phrased it. June 8th, 1864. John Surratt, one of the chief architects in the supposed assassination plot, was Jesuit trained. So, again, just Jesuit rituals day after day. But Paul Hodgkins, again, is he former military like all the other people that have been in the headlines for these psyops? And again, it's showing you what the news has always been. The news is contrived information to steer people, and a lot of it is military and using military personnel, military intelligence. We are a military empire. So you could go back to the early days of TV. All the original news anchors were from military schools. The news has always had a military, backing. By the way, Canada fully opening the borders to Americans, vaccinated Americans on 8/9, virus 89, right? 89, the number they keep using in the movie Contagion. And this is the concern right here. Is this what it's going to become for the whole world? You can't leave your own country unless you're vaccinated. You're stuck in your own country. Jesse Ventura said a long time ago, when they build the walls, that's a sign it's to keep you in. The crazy WWE governor conspiracy theorist Jesse Ventura. Yeah, man. So, yeah. Just more proof of who runs the show, you guys. And then a lot of you watch a video like this and you'll leave a comment, but who's above the Jesuits? And again, it's like, are you just someone who just keeps asking questions? What's that like wood toy where you open up and there's a wood toy just like it's smaller, and you open it up and a wood toy that's smaller and just like until it gets real small? You must just like to keep doing that until there's just like nothing left. Is that even possible? It's just like, you guys, we don't need to know who's above the Jesuits. Get rid of these fucking Jesuits. Problem solved. They're running the whole fucking show right now. Who do the Jesuits answer to? It doesn't look like they answer to anyone, honestly. Looks like they just run the whole damn shows the way it looks. So, prove that every single day. We don't need to start asking, who's above the Jesuits? Doesn't look like there's anyone above. There's no evidence to show to anyone else. Just all leads right back to them. Are there other factions involved? Yeah. But who runs the show? The Jesuits do. They control Freemasonry. They're responsible for modern Freemasonry. But yeah, we'll leave it there, you guys. We'll leave it there. These people need to be stopped. The world's falling for their shenanigans every day. The Jesuits got the people around their finger. It's mass mind control, and obviously those of us who are here are not susceptible to it, or we had whatever it took to break out of it. But here, I'm going to say one more thing, you guys. If the Bucs do win the finals tonight, everybody should be cheering for the Suns. We don't want to see the Bucs win the finals because it goes back to this Economist cover. We've been talking about this the whole playoffs, that this was a very possible finals matchup, the two 56 teams, when everything's 56 right now. But I'm going to show you the other sick joke here that everybody should know about. January 9th, 1988, the Phoenix coming out of the burning money, The Economist. This is something we've been talking about for a while on Patreon when we do our sports decodes. We thought this was a very possible finals matchup after the Lakers thing fell apart. And again, The Economist. Just understand how all this comes together. When you write out The Economist in the most pure cipher, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology is 56, right? The Economist is 56. Phoenix Suns in that same cipher is 56. You got Chris Paul, born on 5/6, who had the coronavirus 56. And that's the best thing still going for the Suns. The Chris Paul got coronavirus because everybody's getting coronavirus is doing well in sports. But again, Bucs in the most simple cipher, just the alphabetic order is 56 as well. And you got the Phoenix coming out of the burning money, right? The burning Bucs. If the Bucs win tonight, they get their 62nd win, which goes with the Buccaneers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. and the word dollar in the most simple cipher. Dollar is 62. So I am convinced this is not an accident. This cover is from 33 years ago, right? NBA Finals in the most pure cipher is 33. And we know what they did on the pretty much the 33-year anniversary of this cover. Bitcoin hit its record high of 33K. So yeah, you got the Catholic fleur-de-lis on the phoenix's head, right? You got the phoenix coming out of the burning money. The phoenix rises from the ashes. Remember, phoenix equals 91. And 91 is the 13th triangular number. You got the 13 layers of bricks on the money. The Chris Paul has a ref tonight that he's 0-12 with. If he lost, he'd be 0-13 with that ref. We'll see if that happens. So, but yeah, just the way they do all this stuff, man, it is sick. It is sick. So, anyway, we'll leave it there, you guys. And yeah, another example to wake up your friends and family who are on the fence. For all the ones who just think all the 201 stuff's a coincidence, I mean, just ask them how can it be a coincidence? Like, how? These coincidence theorists, man, they're killing us. Anyhow, we'll leave it there, you guys, and be back soon. And remember, tomorrow's TFR. Hopefully tomorrow's show is not all glitched out and we can do a normal episode.